I don't really believe it's in shares. That's the issue.
It doesn't raise or nothing.
You know what I'm gonna need is one of those booster seats. I don't know if my
Make you a customer. Of course, hey, Laura, that presents a new problem though. If you get so high, it's time to push back to stand up.
Okay, we're going to call this meeting to order. This is the regular city council meeting of the Williston City Council. It is Tuesday, March the 7th. We are starting late at 6:15 due to a workshop that we had earlier. And I will ask the city clerk to please call the roll.
Mayor Goodman.
I'm here.
President Jones. Here. Vice President Robinson. Here. Councilmember Cox.
Here.
Councilmember Fuller. Who's absent. Councilmember Ross.
Here.
City Manager Terry Bavard.
Here.
Attorney Kirsten Ballou.
Here.
City Clerk Latricia Wright. I'm here. And all other staff.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. I understand we had royalty in the house, but he walked out the door. You might know where he went. Is he coming back? I guess we'll find out if he does. Okay, we will now start with the opening prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance by the mayor.
Pray with me, if you will. Lord, we come together again as citizens in our wonderful city, trying to do the business of this city. Lord, you know the struggles that are going on in our world. You know the struggles that are going on in our country. We ask that you would guide us, give them the wisdom that is necessary for this council to make the decisions that are best for the city. And Lord, I ask you to bless our police department, who, Lord, I cannot help but think every time they see us at our worst. Help us to find ways to show them a way to not get so involved in the bad things that they have to face on every day that they sometimes can forget the good things. Lord, protect them. And the fire department, Lord, who is under such pressure, I ask you to guide them, give them the strength to do their job. And I ask all this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I'll ask if there are any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda. And if not, I will entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and have a second. Do I have any discussion from anyone? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 2 on our agenda is the Mayor's Student of the Month. And we have Mr. Dallas, who is a 5th grader. Mr. Dallas here, oh, Miss Dallas,
Miss
excuse
Dallas.
me.
Naraya
Naraya.
Dallas.
Welcome.
What a beautiful name. Your sister wants to be here with you. You can come up here, sweetie. She's right here. Right here. There you go.
Hey, they're matching, look at that.
Is that magic or what? So Naraya was nominated by Coach Owens. And he made the following comments. Naraya is a hardworking student. She gives 100% effort in everything that she does. She's a joy to teach and is always trying to do her best. Naraya is a great role model to her peers, clearly. She exceeds at displaying Williston Elementary School's expectations. She has earned this month's Student of the Month. And Naraya, I have here an award. This says Outstanding Student Award. It's presented by me, Charles Goodman, the mayor, and this is to certify that Naraya Dallas is awarded this certificate for academic excellence, leadership, citizenship, and attendance at Williston Elementary School. May I hand this to you? And I have something for what's your sister's name?
Ariel.
Huh?
Ariel.
Ariel?
Ariel.
Ariel, would you hold the pizza for your sister?
That sounds like a pizza to me.
This is a pizza from Domino's Pizza, who gives our Student of the Month a free 14-inch pizza to show appreciation for their efforts. So all these people, you see them out there with cameras, they would like to take pictures. Could you get your sister right here? I think it's very important that she's in the picture. There you go. Good job. Clearly she's in charge. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next thing on our agenda is a proclamation. Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Oh my. Mr. Mayor.
Yes. Problem gambling. You know, a lot of times we don't recognize what problem gambling is. It starts out innocently, but with some people, I was just watching today, this young man spent $1,000 a week gambling, and he thought it was okay because it made him feel good. Whereas problem gambling is a serious public health issue affecting 1 to 3% of the general adult population, and often results in personal, financial, familial, legal, and other costs, including a high risk of suicide. And whereas it is estimated that over 200,000 Florida adults of diverse age, race, ethnicity, and socioeconomic statuses suffer from past year gambling problems, and 700,000 more are at risk of developing such difficulties, constituting 4.7% of the adult population ages 18 and older. Whereas it is important to note that these statistics do not account for youth, who are increasingly and deceptively exposed to gambling concepts and are at an increased risk for developing gambling-related problems. And whereas it is essential to recognize problem gambling as a societal issue, with 8 to 10 additional people adversely affected by every problem gambler, increasing the affected population by an estimated additional 1.5 million individuals, with conservative projected social cost amounting to more than $9 billion each year. And whereas problem gambling is treatable for those who seek help, which minimizes the harm to Floridians and to the state as a whole. And whereas any individual, professional, or other organization dedicated to assisting those in need can participate in raising awareness and preventing problem gambling by promoting the statewide confidential, toll-free, and 24-hour problem gambling helpline 888 admitted. Whereas the Florida Council on Compulsive Gambling Public Awareness Campaign provides an opportunity to educate the public, the policymakers, the educators, businesses, and mental and criminal justice professionals, and others about the available supports. And where the city of Williston can demonstrate its supports in addressing the problem gambling by raising public awareness through declaration of a proclamation of the month of March 2023 as Problem Gambling Awareness Month in the city of Williston. Now therefore, I, Charles Goodman, Mayor of the City of Williston, do hereby proclaim the month of March 2023 as Problem Gambling Awareness Month in the City of Williston. Would you take charge of this?
I'm sorry to say, you got a problem?
It's not to say that you
You got a problem we don't know about.
When Latricia gambles, she wins.
I'm sorry to say, this young man's got the right idea over here. This is your time to escape if you were here for the Student of the Month presentation. If you'd like to escape, this is your chance.
This is your chance to go.
Yeah, we will not hold it against you. We know you're out of here.
I thought that was an important
You're leaving
thing for the
too?
children.
No, the chief can't leave. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All right,
Is
so
Rick
now,
McCall here?
yep, this is a certificate of appreciation for Spar Building and Farm Supply for donated items to the Cornelius Williams Park.
This is a certificate of appreciation to Spar Building and Farm Supply, and we would like to thank you for your generous contribution to Cornelius Williams Park, your continued support of Williston and its residents, and we feel it contributes to the strength of our community.
We do appreciate it. Okay, at this time, it's the first opportunity for public participation. If you are in our audience and you have something that you would like to speak to us about that is not currently on our agenda, you have up to 5 minutes to do that. You have another opportunity at the end. If you would like to speak to us now, please come to the podium.
I would like to make a friendly reminder to please use your microphones.
I have my microphone on.
It was a group effort.
Who else? Okay, we're good. You mean all the time or just?
Just when you're talking.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate it, Mr. IT. Okay, seeing no public participation at this time, we'll move to the consent agenda, which is item 6, and which consists of the council meeting minutes of February the 21st. I'll entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion regarding the motion? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 7 is old business. I don't know why we put this under old business. It really is interesting that it's there. But what we have now, yeah, let's move that somewhere. Let's just call it updates or something. I don't know. Or unfinished. It's not really unfinished business either. So updates. There you go. Staff updates. At this time, it's staff, board, and council updates, and we'll start with the city manager, Terry Brevard.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a couple things real quick. So, just to let you know that the Wilson Community Animal Shelter Board met this week, which you know I'm a member of, and just to inform the board, there's a little bit over $26,000 left in the fund. A couple of things have been purchased, a refrigerator and a few other things, going to draw that fund down a little bit. The board has given the authority over to Wayne and the treasurer and the president to purchase additional items as needed between now and when the animal shelter officially opens. And so they'll be making purchases from that money. I don't want to steal Laura's thunder, but Laura and her team have met several times already and have scheduled weekly meetings on the animal shelter to keep up to speed on that. And so I suspect that we'll be opening up pretty soon. I will tell you that we are having assistance from the City of Ocala Electricity. Is going to be coming over. Their first day will be Friday, and it's going to help us move that project forward.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry to say Laura's pushing them now.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to meeting that March 24th date that we have. I will tell you that we have moved forward with the Connect Humanity grant. So we're looking for their signatures at this point, so we should get that pretty quickly. And then the last, I'm going to say the best for last, is that this Saturday we are celebrating over at Homestead Park, and I sent the council an email and other staff members, celebrating the championship of the boys basketball team at 12:30 at Homestead Park, and it's being sponsored by the Homestead Park, City of Williston, and thank you very much, Premier Events. So please join us at 12:30 for that event. We'd love to have the public there. Obviously, this is a great thing for this team to accomplish, and we really look forward to honoring them in that.
Yes, we do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. That's all I
All
have.
right, thank you very much.
I want to say that the band got superior. Nobody ever mentions the band from a previous band.
And yeah, I'm a band bud too, but.
So, previous trombone player, yes, I actually was even told that. That yes, that they got a superior rating also, and I apologize, I forgot, and but very good kudos for them also.
Right.
So.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I'm not sure, I think theirs may have been regional still, and they're going to state. Am I right about that? Does anybody know that for a fact? I think, because usually you do regional first, and I know it was local, and then they have to go to state. So we need to find out about that. For the band. I know the basketball team has one state, but the band, I believe, has to still go to state. But I'm not positive about that. I will find out. All right, and we will move on. Any other staff members who have things for the agenda at this time? Any updates? Well, looking at both of you chiefs back there, I know you both have things. Let's hear it. Since our last meeting, remember, lots of things have happened.
Well, I just to let y'all know, today we received the final approval for another grant from the state for bunker gear for $21,000.
Terrific. That's great. Thank you very much. Chief Rolls, what you got?
I think you know all my stuff.
I know, but the public doesn't know it.
Might not be too.
Not since our last meeting.
It may not. The mayor starts this meeting off with prayer for law enforcement. Over the last weekend, the Levy County Sheriff's Office took action on a subject that resulted in the death of that individual. The officers that responded to that call, something to always keep in mind is that it doesn't stop when the threat is eliminated. It continues on because now they have to live with that situation for the rest of their life. And not only do they have to live with that. But after they take that deadly force, they have to move into rendering aid to a person that you just had to take their life. So keep them in your prayers as you say your prayers at night for all law enforcement, not just here in Williston, but around the country, because they're dealing with this stuff while we're at home in bed, laying down, relaxing, and watching Leave It to Beaver. So that's an old one, right?
We also have 2 apprehended criminals.
Yeah, I was getting there.
I'm sorry.
Just give me a second.
I blew it.
She likes to help.
Yeah,
I
right,
thought
right.
you meant that was before.
Yeah, no. Saturday, we assisted Levy County in another suicide subject, which did not result in the death of that subject, but it did result into the officers having to use their taser to detain the subject. So he's now getting the treatment that he deserves, I hope. All officers are fine, but it's just another example of the things that are going on out there that these officers are dealing with. Now, the big one is homicide. I am proud to report, and I thank my team, the Levy County Sheriff's Office, and the U.S. Marshal for their hard work and dedication to this case. We have both subjects in custody.
Yay.
It was just a great teamwork, combined effort between everybody. And if I remember correctly, I think we had this case solved within 28 days, maybe. We had both subjects in custody, which I've spoken to the family. They're just so happy and so thankful for everybody working on this case and giving it the attention that it deserves. But it doesn't stop there. There's going to be other things that pop up, but I'm here to tell you that the same stance that I had against these 2 is the same stance that I will have against any of them. So we're here to serve, protect this community, and protect the citizens. And under my watch, we're going to do exactly that. So, thank you.
Thank you. Any other staff? Okay, so I'll move to the council members. Nope. Okay, Mr. Mayor, anything at this time? You do? Okay, go ahead.
I've noticed the sidewalks and the planters by the library. Good job, department. They look wonderful. It looks so nice out to look at the library and see these planters and the sidewalk nice and clean and up to date. Thank you very much. Also, question, and I'm sorry that I didn't say this before, but I just found my note. What about that storage container that's on 7th Avenue in front of that house?
If it's still there, I wouldn't look myself.
It was supposed to be gone by the end of February.
Where's Wayne?
Wayne?
I'll answer for Wayne. So the storage container is actually not against our code. However, it cannot be in the front yard if it's going to be used as a shed. So we have talked to him in depth. He's very willing to move it to the backyard, which was his plan all along. And he doesn't have to, but he's also going to fancy up the facade and make it look just like his house, so it doesn't look like a storage container. So we are working with him almost daily to make sure that all that happens. He does need a permit to make sure that it's tied down and everything else, just like any other shed. So,
does he have room on his property for it?
as far as we know, he does. It's
thought
a pretty
that
big
I thought he
property.
didn't have setbacks. I was told by somebody that he didn't have proper setbacks for it,
When
even
we-
in the back.
Right, when we get the permit,
Oh, no.
and the zoning gets it, they'll check for the setbacks, but he's got a pretty big property back there, so.
Okay.
So you won't have to look at it too much longer.
So how much more time are we gonna give him?
Well, actually, right now it's in our hands, because we're doing permitting, so,
Okay.
we can't really force him to do anything until we give that back to him.
He submitted a permit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which should have done in the begin with, but
Exactly.
it's nice that he's done it now.
Yeah.
All right, anything else, Ms. Robinson?
No, that's.
Any other council member? We do have another opportunity at the end. Mr. Ross?
I would like to ask the same question I've asked several times.
Oh, here we go.
What about the Peso property?
I think we all need to know that.
Next one.
I think we all need to know that.
The clerk and I have come to an understanding. There is one document that I do still need to file. My attentions have been elsewhere with other things going on in the airport, so for that I do apologize. The ball is now in our court. I know what they're going to require of us, and so it should move pretty quickly.
Is this the clerk of the court?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should move pretty quickly after this, and so the ball is in our court. It's been in our court for a little while. Other things have been going on in the airport, and I do apologize, but it's at the top of my list.
He's only got another month. We gotta get it done.
All right.
We gotta do it for Mr. Ross at the very least. Gotta answer his question with an affirmative, right? Yeah. Okay, any other council member? All right, Mr. Mayor, I'm back to you. All right, then we're gonna move to number 8, which is new business. And A is Resolution 2023-19, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Williston, Florida, appointing Art Constantino to the Community Redevelopment Agency for a 4-year term beginning March 17th, 2023 and ending March 16th, 2027, and providing for an effective date. I can tell you that I called today. Mr. Constantino does not live in the city limits. And I can look across the street to where his business was, and it is empty. Don't know if he's got anything